Hi everyone, another beautiful, glorious day. And where are we? We're about 5 miles outside York. And where have we come to? We've come to a fish and chip shop that so many of you have recommended I try. I've turned around and said I think Murgatroyds and Trenchers are two of the best fish and chip shops in the whole of the country. However, you've turned around and said it's not the best in Yorkshire. What is the best in Yorkshire? It's Thompsons, famous fish and chip shop. It's #1 on TripAdvisor for being the best fish and chip shop. So I'm really interested in it. Now it was opened about 25 years ago. A guy called John Thompson opened up. He actually opened, I think, in a place called Stamford Bridge, and then he opened this one up here. So it's a bold statement. The best, the #1. So can't wait for it. As always, let's give it a go. Come on. Come outside, I've just placed my order. It's got to wait a few minutes because everything is cooked to order, so I really like that. It's actually quite modern in there as you take a look up. It's, yeah, quite modern. It's also got some seating in the takeaway section, but I imagine the bigger restaurant is on the other side, so I imagine that's what it is. Now what have I ordered? I've ordered their haddock and chips, their scampi, one Yorkshire fish cake. Now I don't know what makes that so different, a Yorkshire fish cake or a fish cake, but it's a Yorkshire fish cake. Small peas and a small mushy peas, that is, small curry sauce as well. I've got to say I am a little bit tempted to go back in, and I'll tell you why. I saw some of their pies there and they're homemade and they look absolutely incredible, so I'm a little bit tempted, but then that's a lot of food as well. Depends how hungry the cameraman is, so yeah. I'll give you a breakdown at the end on how much everything costs, but very clean. It is spotless in there, and I do mean absolutely spotless, so that's all pretty good. Haven't given me a buzzer or anything like that, but I'll tell you how popular this is. Quite literally just in this space here, huge great big coach full of people, so a coach load if you like, all turned up and all piled onto the coach. So this is definitely a very popular fish and chip shop. Okay, I'm going to go back in and see if it's all ready. Ooh, looking forward to it. Good recommendation, I think. Got to tell you, I'm a bit worried about dropping this. It's a nice day, so I'm going to grab a seat over there. But just first impression, I nearly dropped it as well. First impressions, wow, good grief. That is a big piece of haddock. Healthy portion of chips. It's all going on. And I didn't order the pie. Quite literally, there's enough here. And definitely not going to waste the food. So I'm going to waddle off over that way. I might have to get the cameraman to give me a hand. In fact, I will get the cameraman to give me a hand because this is definitely going to go over. Right, see you shortly. Well, my first impressions are, they don't mess around in Yorkshire, do they? Look at the size of that piece of haddock. That is very big. It's nice and golden. I want to move it over here. So get it off the chips. It's got little bits of scraps there going on as well. Flaky, crispy as well. Got scampi there, that's Whitby seafood scampi. Then you've got the Yorkshire, I'm intrigued with this Yorkshire fish cake, again, that's crispy. Got the mushy peas and the curry sauce. So where do I want to start? It's got to be with the haddock, isn't it? So let's move you over here. You over here. Now, that is a healthy portion of chips. I don't, can't complain about the portion of chips. They put the fish on top of the chips, and I actually don't like that because it does make the chips look and appear a little bit greasy. Let's dive into the chip. Let's have a chip first. I was going to have that, but let's have a chip first. Now, I'm glad I didn't say anything then, because I was going to say, they look a little bit anemic. I prefer them to be a little bit more golden in colour, but my God, they are good chips. Wow, I'll tell you, fluffy, a little bit crispy on the outside. Yeah. They are banging chips. Now, I always say I like to see them a bit more golden, all the rest of it. And that's what I was going to say in the beginning, but I do like, they've got a nice flavour. Now, this is the fella, this is the star, this is what it's all about. So, let's just dive in. Let's cut it in half. You can hear how crispy that is. Take a look in there. Oh yeah. Portion wise, nice portion. I love these flakes. Look at them all pulling off. I do like them because again, they give a real flavour, don't they? Not very healthy for you, but great flavour. Let's pick it up. That is super tasty. That haddock is really good. The only question I have here is portion wise, you know, it's not, and I've cut right through the middle there. Haddock wise, well, the amount of haddock in there, it's not, go back to Trenchers, that was thick. It was a real thick piece of haddock at Trenchers. This isn't. But what is so good here is that batter. The batter, as I keep going on, is crispy, it's golden, and it has that flavour. And again, you've got the softness of the haddock in that crunch. I'm just going to try it again. Do you know what I forgot to get? I forgot to get tartar sauce. Fly. I'm pestered with these guys at the moment. Oh yeah. No skin on that fish. Is it the best haddock I've had? It's good. That is very good actually. So let's get that one there. Let's dip it into this curry sauce. You can see there, clings lovely. And do you know what I like about that curry sauce? I'll put that in there for a second. When you go into fish and chip shops, get huge lumps and all the rest of it. That's mixed nicely. That curry sauce is being mixed really nicely. Ruin that fork for a minute. Yeah. Do you know, that's probably the best curry sauce I've had in a fish and chip shop. It's sweet, it's spicy. Nice little kick. But look at the consistency in there. That is perfect to me. It's not too thick, and you can see the way it just clings to the chip as well. They are really good chips. Oh yeah. Now, let's try these mushy peas. Now they are very thick. They have been, you can see the peas being ground down, so there's not huge, great big peas in there. Yeah, they're good. As I'm biting in them, a couple of peas are a little bit hard, but there's a sweetness as well. I like them. The best, probably not, but it's going to sound really silly here, but I like the little crunch I'm getting there as well with some of them peas. They're not hard, do you know what I mean? I actually like them. This fly, seriously, you're going to have to go because you can't be landing on the food. So let's move that over here. Now, onto the Whitby seafood scampi. Golden in colour, crispy. That's good. Yeah. I'm pulling that apart. See, size of the prawn in there. What's good about it, it's not dry. It's nice and moist. I like the crunch, I like the textures, I like the taste of the scampi as well. No, I can't, I'll come back to that one. I want to try one more bite with one. Yeah. That is nice scampi. So let's try this. I'll tell you before that. Rick, you know where to get your scampi from? Yorkshire's very own fish cake. Let's break this nicely in half. Oh, take a close up in there. So you've got the batter on the outside, so you've got crunchy batter. Then you've got some potato in there. Then you've got a layer of fish. Then more potato, and then the batter as well. Well, I actually haven't seen it like that. Normally, everything's all mixed up and all mixed in, and you can't differentiate what's in there. Wow. That's genius. That is the best fish cake I've ever had. I like about it, the potatoes been nicely seasoned. Obviously, you have the fish in there, and you've got the textures. So you've got the crunch on the outside, then you've got the potato nice and soft, the fish again, which is nice and soft, then the potato nice and soft, and then they've got the crunch on the outside again. As a fish cake, oh my good God, that is so good. I like that. Again, it's outside, so crispy. Do you know what? I might become an honorary Yorkshireman after that. The only thing missing is my Yorkshire tea, isn't it? Right, what I'm going to do, cameraman's going to definitely have to help me here. I don't want any little pesky flies diving in here and ruining this. All in all, am I impressed? I am really impressed, actually. That's genius. That is very, very clever. I really like the fish. That curry sauce. Again, best, really, really good. Love the scampi. Not the best I've ever had, but I really like the scampi. The batter on this is so, so good. Criticism I got here, just I shouldn't really criticise it. I'm sitting here thinking now, should I really criticise the haddock? Because again, beautiful flakes in there, and there's something I haven't shown you. The flakes are absolutely gorgeous. It's not dry. You can see that. You see it glistening away. Am I being? No, I am being mean. I'm being very mean here, quite literally, because I just ordered the bog standard regular one. You know, you can get it a lot thicker, a lot bigger, and all the rest of it. But when I come to the price in this, you'll understand why I'm actually being a bit naughty there, because I just got their regular haddock and chips that come together. So no, I'm going to reserve judgment on that, because I think I need to give myself a good talking to, a real good talking to. Right, let's dive in here. Let's not let it go cold. But yeah, some very nice food here. You do know how to make your fish and chips up here in Yorkshire without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Right. Do you know what I'm going to have to do though? Because I've been messing around with the forks and everything. I'm going to have to get the cameraman a fork. So you keep an eye on this. No flies. And I'll get you a couple of forks. Right, let's go. Go. Don't waste. This is where I'm a bit naughty. And this is why I want to apologise, because I want you to take a look at right at the end here. So much haddock. So much in there and so much there. And that's why you've got to go through the whole fish and the whole offering, what have you. So Gary, as I said, took a look in the mirror, and I'm apologising to all of you, because that was a little bit naughty for me to say. Again, juicy, flaky, only one. So gonna finish up. Cameraman, as you can see, is diving in as well. So yeah, Very naughty. I was very, very naughty. Actually, let's get some of that curry sauce. No, we can't have curry sauce. Let's get some of the mushy peas in there. I'm going to have to pinch one of your forks, I'm afraid. Yum, yum. Finished up. It's such a beautiful day. That's why I had a takeaway. It's very unusual for me to have a takeaway, but is it a takeaway? Because quite literally, I just walked outside. It was there. Okay, it wasn't on a plate, and I did miss my Yorkshire tea. So, yeah, what do I think of Thompsons? What do I think? Let me get this bill out. Let's run through it. Haddock and chips. I made a big mistake on that haddock, and I apologise again. And when I first cut into it, I was like, well, there's not a huge amount of haddock in there, but the flavours are there. I love the batter. It was there, it was golden, it was crispy, and it complemented the haddock, so you had the crispiness and then the softness of the haddock as well. And then when I got to the end, I was like, oh dear me. Not oh dear me being bad, it was like, look how chunky that is. That is really, really chunky. And I'm going to tell you the price in a second for that haddock and chips, but the portion-wise, what can you say? And again, preempting things. I looked at the chips and I was like, I prefer them a little bit golden and a little bit more crispy. They were brilliant. They're full of flavour, done in beef dripping, no complaints. Then the scampi. I like the scampi. You could see the prawn in there. So there, again, it wasn't all mush and all the rest of it. So that was a quality piece of scampi. I like the crunch on the outside. I like the scampi. As I said, Rick, you know where to buy your scampi from. The Yorkshire fish cake, genius. That is genius. There's no doubts about it. You had the batter on the outside, so you had the texture and the crunch. Then you had potato, then the fish, then the potato, then the crunch again. And I was like, whoa, hang on a second, that is so clever. That is a really, really clever combination. Really enjoyed that. Best fish cake I've ever had, bar none. Bar none. Nothing to compare with that. Peas, really like the peas. That was really, really good. And the curry sauce. The best curry sauce I've had in a fish and chip shop anywhere. My only disappointment, tartar sauce. I could have gravy if you like, but why didn't I order the tartar sauce? That was my fault. Should have ordered tartar sauce there. So anyhow, onto the bill. Haddock and chips. So that great big piece of haddock. The chips, £9.95. I'm laughing, £9.95. Scampi, £6.40. That Yorkshire fish cake, my new favourite, £2.95. The peas, 95p. And the curry sauce, 95p. They were both small portions, so if you want to get them bigger, you can do. Total price, £21.20. What do I think? I think Yorkshire's got it nailed when it comes to fish and chips. They have definitely got it nailed. Is it up there? Is it with Trenchers? Is it with Murgatroyds? Of course it is. Price, quality, everything that was there is on a par. I'm not going to split hairs here. It's a 10 out of 10. Brilliant recommendation again. Down to you guys. No, go and try these places. So thank you for the recommendation. Have you been to Thompsons? If you have, let me know. You've got to let me know. What do you think? Am I marking it too high? I do not think in an instant I am. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate that. Don't worry, I've got loads of help on that occasion from the cameraman, who also turned around and said that is one of the best, if not the best, fish and chips he's ever had. There's only one thing for it. I've left me gilet. Let's go and get it. Bye-bye. Oh, dear. Crisis over. What would I have done without the gilet? A couple of you were moaning about it the other day, saying, no, it's got to go, it's got to go. It's here to stay until the weather changed. See you guys later. Thank you for watching.